want to call the police.
Fuck you.
Will, Riley. Hold on a second.
Fuckwit.
We are calling the police, ma'am.
You are fucking white male privileged assholes.
I'm calling the police right now.
What you are is a racist motherfucker as well. How dare you fucking do this kind of shit, asshole?
You're being videotaped. We'll return this to the police.
Go ahead. Go right the fuck on ahead, you fucking sexist, misogynistic motherfuckers. That is all you are. You don't give a shit about women. You don't give a shit about life. All you are just a bunch of fucking assholes.
Are you calling the police? Are you calling the police?
Back off. Back off. Right now. You don't know what's out here.
All you are just a bunch of misogynistic motherfuckers. Take your male privilege somewhere else. No uterus, no right to talk about it. Understand me, motherfucker?
I'm listening to you.
No, I don't give a shit. Get the fuck out of my face now. Your signs deserve to get fucked up.
Come on. Yeah, female, he assaulted.
Go ahead, take me.
That was demonstrated.
Go ahead,
We're
take
going
me.
to go outside. We're going to talk. We're not going to make a scene. You understand me?
Yes.
We're going back.
We talked to Mark to see what direction he's going in.
Police out there.
Here was standing by his side. She walked. She started yelling in his face. I was leading them so I could.
We try and get her. And if you listen, you MRAs should be. If you shut the fuck up and let me read my list, there's the fucking proof.
And so I obviously can't like.
So, number one, shut the fuck up for a second. Feminists do not want you to lose custody of your children. The assumption that women are naturally better caregivers is part of patriarchy. Feminists do not like commercials in which bumbling dads mess up the laundry and competent wives have to bustle in and fix it. The assumption that women... We're working on it and you guys are trying to dismantle it. But if you'd fucking listen...
I don't believe they do.
Then
why are you part of the organization?
Saying that we're trying to take away their rights? How are we trying to take away their rights?
Why?
Can you shut the fuck up for a second too?
Well,
so I can
he
read
just
my fucking
listed
list
how they
so you
are
guys
for.
can actually answer those questions.
Does someone have the yellow flyer with that actual quote so we can both have it in front of us?
On a website or are
Great,
these like
great.
This is a list of the things that we're working towards. Now, if you would shut the fuck up for the 50th billionth time, these are things that we're agreeing on, and these are things that you've actually all got skewed fucking views on. You think that feminists are trying to take away your fucking rights, but as a matter of fact, what we're trying to do is we're actually trying to work on the same things that you're working on, but except the fact that you're you're just too busy hating women. You can't fucking see that we're trying to actually work on those same situations.
some sort of citation where we actually
Okay, I think.
Or are you conflating feminism, which is an ideology, with women?
So is MRA, but whatever, that's fine. Okay,
So you admit you're a hate group against feminists. You're still a hate
An
group.
ideology. Yes. I also hate a lot of other isms.
So you admit those.
Racism,
Like, what's
sexism.
on this?
Bullshit.
I hate a lot
Bullshit.
of
You hate sexism, but you're an MRA. Okay, no, point taken. We win.
Obviously haven't
Sorry.
read our literature.
Oh,
I have read it.
Enough said.
Somebody doesn't want to hear what we're actually here for, so you just want to
You're not actually working on anything. You're just creating hatred towards feminists.
Yeah.
You don't actually work on anything.
We're actually
You're not creating any change in the fucking world.
Just actually shut the fuck up.
Your website, your fucking website's a hate website against feminists. You're not actually creating any change. You're not working towards anything. You just talk about how much you hate us for no reason.
Feminists do not want you to have to make alimony payments. Alimony is set up to combat the fact that women have been historically expected to prioritize domestic duties over professional goals, thus minimizing their earning potential as their traditional marriages end. The assumption... I'm reading, fuckface. I'm trying to fucking... I'm letting everybody else hear it, okay? It's not just for you, Mr. Entitled. The assumption that wives should make babies instead of money is part of patriarchy.
That's right.
Feminists.
Something that you've actually heard of.
Derailing for Dummies. The author, people, everybody here. Here's the author. Derailing for Dummies.
What?
Derailing for Dummies. Because he doesn't like to actually stay on point. He likes to derail. Okay, that's fine.
You made a statement. I said, where's it on our website? I asked a question. You made a statement. I asked a question.
This is what we're talking about. In general, like, I'm not talking
Dogs that need to be trained, that need to be put on a leash.
Well, if she says it's not...
We don't accept this. You know what?
I don't give a shit if that's actually listed on your
but it's not women's fault. It's not feminists' fault.
Why are you making the allegation?
To borrow a phrase, you just use the proof is in the pudding.
So, and this is the message that we have gotten from MRAs. So if that's the message that you actually have gotten from feminists, that we expect you to pay alimony, or that we expect you to lose custody of your children, then listen the fuck up and understand what we're actually about. Because it's not what those things are.
I'm just kind of curious.
Here's this, right? All I did was go into the office of my apartment development, right? And they refused to give me the form. I'll talk about that in a minute. This guy walked into the office when I was there, and now here he is parked out here, right? Stop stalking me, right? Don't ever stalk me again.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
About what?
Don't ever stalk me again.
Who's stalking you about
You. Laugh some more. Do it.
You're crazy.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Say to the camera that you're not stalking me.
I am not stalking you. I don't even know who you are.
Is that right?
That's right.
You want to give your name?
I do not need to. You want to give me yours? You want to give me yours? Yeah, I didn't think so. I have no idea who you are, lady. So, you know, you're dreaming. You think I'm stalking you. Good luck with that. Well,
Keep talking, why don't you? Did you just cough at me?
What?
Did you just cough at me?
No.
Did I hear you cough? Was that you?
I coughed. Yes.
You did? Was it at me?
No.
Do you want to give your name?
No. I coughed because I have a cough.
Is that right?
You're crazy, lady.
Is that right? Am I really?
Yeah.
Maybe so, but I'm not a fucking liar, am I?
It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever.
Hello everyone and welcome to Fistful of Feminism. My name is Monica and today we're celebrating Women's History Month. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a Feminist 101 rant. So I'm on my period right now and it really sucks. I hate it. It's painful, costs a lot of money to manage. It's just, there's nothing great about it. But what bugs me and a lot of other people is when periods are associated with womanhood. There's the 101 part. Not all women get periods, or have uteruses, or have ovaries. Some women don't have periods. Some men have periods. Some people who have no gender at all have periods. Some non-binary folk, trans folk, many different other kinds of identities, some of them have periods. But no, not every woman has a period. We all should understand that gender, sex, not the same things. They're two completely different social constructions. So what gets me really angry is when I, a person who does have a period, goes to the store to buy some hygiene products. Of course, all it says is women's hygiene or feminine hygiene, and everything is gendered, so you can buy like pink tampons and pink pads. Like somehow these materials are just inherent to womanhood. And for those of you who are new to feminism, it's okay if you don't know right away that gender and sex are different things. Okay if you're working through the narrative that you've been taught all of your life, that all women have periods or uteruses, vaginas, etc. But that's just simply not the truth. There is way more diversity out there, not to mention that there are more than 2 genders, more than 2 sexes. I just get so angry because labeling something as a woman's item is just, what? Why? I think all of this was really sparked by the fact that I was followed by a radical feminist group on Twitter who proudly state that only women are allowed in their feminism. You all may be aware and familiar with the term trans exclusionary radical feminist, and these are the people that I'm talking about. It just makes me so frustrated because intersectional feminism has no room for exclusionary anything. If you are excluding trans, non-binary, agender people in your discourses, that's not good enough. I'm really frustrated because I know that inclusivity is not a reality for so many different people, and the fact that I get my period is, you know, whatever. I can talk about my experience and all of that, but it's not inherent to being a woman. And in the same token, we shouldn't be afraid to talk about periods as well, because periods are an experience that lots of different people have. I just think that we need to remember that it's not just women who have periods. So, my name is Monica, I have a period, but that does not make me any more of a woman than anyone else. I guess that was my little mini rant of today because I don't really know what to film except for how I'm feeling right now, and how I'm feeling is really angry with my uterus, but angrier at how society views uteruses through a very narrow lens. I'm hoping that I'm destigmatizing A, talking about periods, and B, breaking down that barrier of having period and woman be synonymous, because they're not. So let me know what you think about periods. Do you have a period? Do you not have a period? What are your experiences with periods being gendered? Let me know in the comments down below. I think I'm gonna go film a different rant now because this one is over. If you like, you can subscribe and go there and da-da-da. And I'll see you not next Friday, but the Friday after that. And if I don't see you for a while and I don't post, it's because I'm having my wisdom teeth taken out in 2 days. So I'm gonna be down for the count for a while. So I'll see you when I get back. Okay, bye.
We know the clock is ticking, but some guys don't want to settle down.
Well, it turns out men just don't want to tie the knot, and I guess it's our fault. That's according to a controversial new book called Stand By Your Manhood, a game changer for modern men.
Joining us right now to offer her perspective for this debate, the author who is defending his book, Peter Lloyd, and developmental psychologist, Dr. Cooper Lawrence. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Author, you've gotten us into a lot of trouble. What are women doing to men to make them not want to get married?
It's all right. I feel pretty safe. We have an Atlantic Ocean between us, so I feel pretty safe here that I can discuss it without...
There are people there who can beat you up.
Yeah, I can imagine.
What do you base that on,
I can imagine.
Peter?
But look, I always say marriage is the fraud of the rings if you're a man. It's a wonderful institution if you're a woman because it safeguards you in so many ways. But generally, when marriages go wrong, as they frequently do, they generally fall in the favor of women. This is true in both America and in the UK. And let's be honest here, it's a contract. It's a legally binding contract, and it serves men not at all. So absolutely, men need to be wise to it and avoid it at all costs.
Peter, do you blame feminism?
I think there is a certain strand of feminism which has prioritized the safeguarding of women over men, even though we're all supposed to be equal. And I think what's happened is that now we live in a society where we're told men can't view women as sex objects, but women can view men as success objects, and that needs to change.
I want to bring in Dr. Cooper Lawrence here.
Okay, no, first of all, I mean, I have to go with the research. I mean, I think a lot of what Peter talks about is very anecdotal, but what the research shows is that women feel the same way. It's not just men. It's not like men are the ones who are deciding, you know, marriage isn't for me and women are trying to trap me. You know, the latest research shows that women feel the same way, and between the ages of 18 and 30, the emerging adults, they're less likely to want to get married at all. There was a Pew study done recently. 25% of millennials just never want to get married at all. That's women and men, and the majority are also women. So the idea that men are being trapped by women is ridiculous.
Do you believe that women are to blame here? And do you believe that men should be running from marriage? marriage when it comes to families. Let's not think, a lot of marriages include children, and we've seen the benefits of marriage as it pertains to kids.
You know, it's funny, Ask Men did this study recently, and they asked men, they asked 20,000 men, do you want to get married? 95% said absolutely. Marriage is definitely in my long-term plan. But the research is showing that men are getting married later, that women are getting married later, that people are getting married later. So I think what Peter's talking about might be people in their 20s and 30s,
Peter,
but once you get older.
Right. Peter, you're focused on divorce. When divorce happens, your research shows men get screwed. They lose half of what they have. They can't see their kids in a lot of cases.
Yeah, absolutely. It happens all the time. And this is after, don't forget, this is after 50 years of so-called, equality drive from feminism. If feminism was such an equality movement, and don't get me wrong, it's done some wonderful things, but if it was such an equality movement, why would it allow fathers to be so disenfranchised from families? Why would it even allow the very existence of alimony, which is such an old-fashioned concept? I'm sorry, the very basis of equality is that men don't need to subsidize women because they're independent and they can pay for their own lives and fund their own lives.
We talked about this on my radio show last night, and I was really surprised how many men and how many women called and said, I don't want for the rest of my life. I want to be able to make my own money. And they don't. Well, if you gave up your life for a man and decided to have children and be home and you don't have a career, that's very different. But most of the women that called my radio show had their own lives and their own careers, and they were the ones that were being asked to pay alimony.
And child support.
Well, child support, I think everybody should pay. Child support's important.
Yeah.
We're talking about alimony.
Absolutely.
Free money for a succession of years.
All right, Dr. Cooper Lawrence here in the United States, and Peter Lloyd, the author of the new controversial book, Stand By Your Manhood.
Why are men so sexist? I get along better with women than I do with men. I guess I have more in common with women. I don't know, but I guess I do. It really bugs me. Men are so sexist. It really is rude when I hear men saying, "Oh, shut up, go make me a sandwich." Oh. Yes, they're not doing themselves any favors. Speaking of that, all chefs are men. Ever notice that? I feel sorry for the girls growing up and enjoying their mom's cooking, and they're probably thinking, "Gee, my mom's a wonderful cook. Maybe I can become a chef someday. Yeah, my mom seems to enjoy it. Yeah, maybe I'll be a chef." And then they enter the workforce, and they look for a job, and they get told by the man, "No, we don't want you. You're a woman. We want a man in our kitchen. We want our chefs to be men." But you can be a waitress if you want. The cooking industry is sexist. I'd say it is. But, hot peppers. I like these little red kind better than jalapenos and habaneros. Just to change a topic here. These are cheaper, and I just like them better. The only thing I don't like about them is if I'm cutting them into small pieces, and then I touch my eyes without thinking of what I'm doing. Oh man, that hurts. And you know what someone said to me the other day?
Yankees?
Men, in general.
2009 champions?
Yeah.
Why?
Don't take pictures, please.
There's no pictures.
I'll take your phone, I'll break it.
Go ahead.
Don't take
Go ahead.
pictures of me.
No, I'm just curious why you said it about the Yankees.
It has nothing to do with the Yankees.
Well, let's do it.
It's all men.
Well,
How can a man have the audacity to wear a shirt and call himself a champion?
No, I thought there was someone on there that raped somebody.
When it's a man's law that allows teenagers and women to kill their own children.
I'm glad I
What the fuck is happening?
It happens a lot less than you think.
What is happening? It happens a lot more than you think, mister, in every country in the world right now. You're gonna kill us all. Why do you think we're having all these tornadoes, hurricanes, mudslides?
That had nothing to do with us, that's Jesus.
Yeah, right. What an idiot. It's the devil. Jesus is the good guy.
No, he's letting us know something, trust me.
Yeah, he's letting you know that you're an idiot.
No, he's letting you know to take care of the earth.
Help you?
Jesus needs to start making more medication.
That's right.
I knew you before I formed you in the womb, says your almighty God. Before the foundation of the earth, I knew you. You're the reason why they're swimming in duty in New Orleans. They're swimming in duty in New Orleans, and it's all your fault.
They're post office, yeah. That's the post office label.
The earthquake. No, not on that. You know what it's called? You know what it's called? Knowing how to read. That's what it's called. Knowing how to read the Bible, the newspaper, and having half a brain. That's what it is.
Want to hear some quotes from the Bible? I don't think the rest of the people do.
Do you have the right Bible?
Yes, I do.
Is it in succession to the first Pope Peter? Don't hand me your BS, okay? You messed with the wrong woman.
Yeah, I did. Right. You're all right.
Yeah, Mary's gonna kick your butt. She's gonna squash you with her heel. The audacity is unbelievable. That's the thing that gets me angry. Is the audacity. It's like they don't even think they did anything wrong.
Hey guys, quick, one more question. Are you married?
My husband died.
That's a shame.
Drug overdose.
He probably helped you out.
You guys are good at doing that too. Killing everybody with drugs.
My next. This is $3.45.
Please.
Return receipt is an additional.
You just have the audacity to wear that kind of shirt. I don't get it. How can you wear that type of shirt when the woman is the champion on the planet now, and we are superior to you slugs? You're a slug now. If you want to take your place back in the circle of life, you have to fix it. Because it's what the Almighty One says. It's a child, not a choice. It's a child, not a choice. You taking pictures of me, or are you picking your nose? Which one?
Both.
Huh?
Both.
Yeah, you need to read.
Their address there and there. Their address.
Most men have the education of an autistic second grader.
Why is that?
Because it's a child, not a choice.
Yes, I have a letter at home.
How stupid can you be?
Yeah.
The Almighty One says, and that's in your book, the Torah. I knew you before I formed you in the womb. Before the foundation of the earth, I knew you. Whether you're Muslim, Jewish, or Catholic like me, everybody that knows how to read should understand that God is pro-life.
Hmm.
Doesn't anybody pray anymore?
I just prayed for
This is the reason why we're having the crazy weather. You're causing all kinds, man is causing all kinds of problems.
Like the flooding in Texas?
Yeah, the swimming in Texas. They're, I don't know, they got lost on a boat in China. There's some kind of what was an earthquake in Naples. What's the other place? I mean, you can't keep up with it. Every day is a new natural disaster. I can't even remember them all. There's still, 10 years later, they're still swimming in duty in New Orleans. And they're so stupid, they have the Mardi Gras again. How stupid can you be? They're walking around with the bathing suits painted on them.
Mm-hmm.
Transvestites coming out. I guess Bruce Jenner must be leading them now. They're all...
Wait, and this is because of all the men?
What's that?
The men you said caused this?
Man.
Oh,
Man is made in the image of, we all are, made in the image and likeness of God.
Yes, I know that.
But right now, the woman is superior. Most women don't know that, but I do.
Okay.
I do. right now, God has greatly exalted Mary, the Mother of God.
Okay.
You have some audacity wearing a t-shirt with the word champion on it. Wow. That's messed up. That's really messed up. Yeah, I'm smart. I'm not just beautiful. I mean, I know I'm beautiful. And most people hate me because I'm beautiful. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. But you know what? I've had it with men. I'm attracted to them. I've had some good relationships. One good relationship. But I'm done. I am done because they're too stupid and greedy, especially here on Long Island. I've never seen greed. How come I never win on my lottery tickets?
Not all of them are bad.
But the police, the stores they go to, they always win on their lottery tickets. They get free cocaine out of that warehouse in Yaphank. Greed. The politicians are making so much money for doing squat. They do squat. And the good old boys, if I had a nickel for every time those morons try to run me off the road, I'd be a millionaire. It's sickening.
So it looks up the zip code,
right?
And that's what comes up.
You make me sick.
Yeah. Well, no, it says
So if I am on medication, you're the reason why.
They may have changed the zip code. Maybe they got more buildings or something.
You can record that if you want. You can put it on Facebook. You can put it anywhere you want. Okay? I've been violated my whole life and persecuted. And you know why? No slave is greater than their master. And now I'll give you really good advice that you could please put this on the internet. You follow God equals heaven. You follow the crowd equals hell.
You know, I just talked to him earlier. Let's talk about it.
Together, Hillary.
Hillary from prison. What do you think of that? First reaction.
I do not like it, and I no longer want to talk to you.
That's okay. You don't have to. So, you're done?
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. I'm going home. Keep going. Keep walking.
Keep going. Keep on walking. I'm going to stand here now.
That's a nice jacket, though.
Maybe some assholes over there want to talk to you.
Here to see what's going on with the young people. Oh, you got kicked out too.
Let me recap on you.
You know what? This happened yesterday. I actually put a video up about the same thing.
Yeah. You're in our space.
Your safe space? Do you have puppies or kittens in your safe space?
Both. Both. Both.
Yeah, see, that's the correct answer. Both. Are you organizing these young kids?
Absolutely not.
All right.
She's a young kid herself.
Are you a teacher? Stop looking at me with hate.
She's a union worker.
I'm a union worker.
Okay. And are you for Hillary or for Bernie?
Hillary.
Why you think? What do you think she's done for union jobs?
I don't want to talk to you.
Okay.